What do you mean by that, Screw? How's the timetable? Oh, you're talking about your... It's good. I'd like it to have a green background. I don't know if that's something you can do on the fly. But if you can make it have a green background so I can chroma key it, and so it just has the numbering, that would be dope. I'd much appreciate, but works fine. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? Thank you much for tuning in. We are going to be hopping into some rounds shortly with Globochem versus Bossfight. Probably one of the most hyped matches I mean, it's almost at this point a rivalry. I still have that old intro scene from the first league cast we did with Globochem and Bossfight. So we're back at it again, and Globochem and Bossfight competing for let me double check on this because I want to make sure I have my I want to make sure I understand exactly what's on the line here. I'll hop over to the Master League, take a look at the promotional. Take a look at the promotional goods. Well, first off, let's talk about this, because I think this is something it's important to bring up. Pretty hyped about it. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's go here. Do I have a... I guess I don't. Well, let's talk about it. We have the ProTube VR Championship 2017 coming up on July 15th and 16th. We are going to be casting that at the Onward VR Master League channel. You can go there right now. We're being hosted by them, so we're just kind of still streaming live from that through that venue. So if you do actually want to watch, you can watch through there too. And there's actually going to be some. It's gonna be a full like world like I guess world scale tournament. There's like over 100 people, 96 people in this are going to be competing in this tournament. Basically, the way it's going to work is the best team in the Europe group, best team in the American West, the 4 best teams in American East, and the winner of a head-to-head matchup between the 2nd best team in America West and 5th best team in American East will all play each other. There's additionally the winner of the wild card tournament will be in that as well. So there is a wild card tournament, basically that plays out before we get into the final matches. That's why I think this tournament is from the 15th and the 16th. In addition, I think there's actually some prizes on the line there. Like everyone's getting a golden ProTube, and so those are basically. I have a very ghetto version, handcrafted version of a PVC mount. ProTube crafts and sells these very high-end mounts. And personally, I'm a big mount guy. I recommend them. If you want to save some cash, go ahead and make yourself one from PVC pipe. If you don't want to, if you're too lazy, buy one from ProTube. It's awesome that they're sponsoring this tournament, and it's going to be really fun. Supported by the devs. So let's see. I think I have the. Let me get the link to the wildcard tournament in case you do want to sign up for that. The wildcard tournament is July 8th, so that's next weekend, and basically this will be a way for you guys to get into the league tournament if you want to. The magnetic mount broke. Yeah, it broke entirely. UTF. The 3D printed parts that connected to the Pictine rail snapped, presumably from yanking this magnet in and out of it. So it's just I can't use it anymore. It's out of commish. I did like that mount though. It was a fun mount. We're still waiting on the teams to ready up here, but if we know anything, the Globochem and G-Men squad, the Globochem and, gosh, why am I mean, it's right here. I just looked at it. Globochem and Bossfight. I can't remember Bossfight. That name just slips me sometimes. Globochem and Bossfight, very likely we're going to see some action on Subway. Subway, one of Bossfight's favorite maps. It's like literally I'm very positive that Bossfight's going to pick this as one of their maps. I'd be shocked if they didn't. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. You can see some really interesting strategies. The most basic being if we have you know your standard center spawn right here in the middle of the map. You'll see these guys typically go. I've found they'll vary it up, but they sometimes go 2-2 splits. They'll send an early squad down on this right side here, and they'll smoke the corner. And you can smoke this. You can toss a smoke here right on that green corner there, and get yourself wrapped around into the little alcove there, and then take that L and push out to this back side. They'll also typically run they'll take a shield guy and have him push out and forward, drawing fire, allowing guys to maneuver behind the smoke into this sector, and push very quickly. This is a very fast move they'll make if they're going to make it, and they'll push very quickly to the objective. Then you have these two guys to worry about that are still pushing, likely one guy running a shield, maybe two long rifles, automatic rifles here, and yeah, it's gonna. They have well thought out strats for these entry points, because you have to break through here. This is the key part. You're gonna see a lot of battles on these stairs. People are gonna be crouching, trying to peek and walk down these stairs as they crouch, hoping to see if they can catch any enemies that are camping in the back side here, behind vending machines. Only if you will see combat in the middle of the subway if you have an objective that's underground in the center position, and then outside of this you can have objectives or an objective up outside. And that's usually that's also rather standard combat sequence, though. What you'll run into is you spawn usually over here. You spawn this side typically, and you'll push up and immediately run into enemy fire right here. And so I'd expect some firefights, nades getting tossed. I'm really curious to see how these guys approach these hot corners that you typically see Volk defending from. I honestly think maybe they'll try and pull a fast one and push around this side, come up with the riot shield down this lane from the north, and try and flank them. There's a lot of possibilities, but they are very well practiced. They did bad on practice in Subway. Interesting. I'd be very curious to see if they didn't pick it. It is one of their tried and true maps. I'm a little late here. I'm wondering what's going on. I don't think Viper's online right now. At least not on Discord. Let's see if Thunder's online. No, Thunder's not on Discord. Auto online. I can buy time. I can kill time. So yeah, we're 15 minutes delayed now. I think we're just kind of waiting around for teams. Viper is in game. Okay. Maybe they've started streams and we're waiting on that delay to fire up. But at the moment, we are waiting in anticipation for these streams to start. And once they do, we'll jump right into this first round. Very curious as to where it's going to be. Again, my prediction is Subway. Another one that Globochem is pretty dominant at, if it comes down to their choice, I would suspect to be Downfall. They're very strong in that on this map. They have very good long-range sights. Viper, however, is also a very good long-range shooter, so it is something you have to consider. Viper will like to get up into these high spots, sit up in these 2 stories, these 3 stories, and look for long-range picks cross map, and it's pretty devastating. He has an excellent scope in long range, and I mean, I think that dude uses a mount. I could be wrong. Pretty sure Viper uses a mount, and he definitely takes full advantage of it. Some very nice long range shots. Against the last match against them, so I'm sure they remember facing off against. I think we had Downfall, Subway, and I think Suburbia might have been the third map. No, it was Quarantine was the third map. Yeah, so you have Quarantine here. Quarantine's a very interesting map just because you have so many potential flank positions. There are a lot of interesting angles you can get. Yeah, I'm pretty curious. I'm trying to remember how the last one played out. I think the last one played out the very last round of Globochem versus Bossfight. Oh wait, we might have some change here. I just saw Viper's stream shutter. Sorry, I'm trying to see if we can get into these games. Oh, I see Viper's stream live now.
Just gonna go through the valley and check the garden.
I don't have hers online though. Is Thunder online? Thunder's online.
I'm gonna watch the garden below the roof. Semi-spawn?
Okay. Let me switch this with Thunder. I think they literally turned their streams on as they started the match. But it is Quarantine. Give me a second here. I'm gonna pop over into our casting double. The round has already started, so we're a little bit behind on the scoreboard, but no big deal. It is 0-0. We have Bossfight on your top screen, and Globochem on your bottom. Is that right? No, let me switch these. I'll do it over here. Easier. Yeah, you have Thunder on the top and Bossfight on the bottom.
One in the trench, one on the hill right by objective, one of the guy in the trench is moving out of the trench, the hauled out building, one left of the roof.
Thunder making an interesting approach. Let me exit out of here, turn on audio here. We're listening to Thunder's audio now. You actually have a smoke coming out, thrown right over towards Viper. I think Viper sees that smoke. He's trying to drop back around to that left side. He's taking shots coming out towards him, and he's down. Thunder is still flanking around this top, the north side here. Coming up this angle. Sorry, we have blue for Marsoc. He's going to come underneath this shed and try and push up around this back side here. Weather Balloon sitting in this back area, defending from the right on top of the objective. You should see him on the left side now. They're going to be engaging quickly. Thunder is on the left. Weather up in the center. Shots coming out, and Weather is down. A very good first victory for Marsoc coming out of Thunder's squad, coming out of G-Men's team. And we are in it, ladies and gentlemen. We are in it. This is round one. That is one to the away team. Surprisingly enough. And we'll get that timer down and ready as soon as it starts.
Shit, I didn't realize I got two of you.
Yeah. So this is actually interesting because this squad is fairly new together. Don't have a ton of experience playing with each other. I think they have a couple subs even too. Let's see how in sync we are. Perfectly in sync. I like that a lot. Okay, and so then we're going to start once the countdown is at 0. But we have some. We have a deep spawn in the on the south side, on the west side of the map.
I'm going left.
Timer is live. Yeah, so we have a Volk spawn. They're defending down in this sector. I think their objective is. Well, I'm not quite sure. Actually, sorry, that's Mark spawn. Marsoc spawn. I'm using the wrong. Marsoc has spawned down here south, and they're trying to push up in advance. You have a couple that have gone and done. Yeah, they're just sitting back, so they're engaging here. You have another enemy. I just found out where he is. You have Thunder sitting back behind this Humvee, just taking a ton of shots, and he does get down. They have two guys shooting here, one from the green truck and then Viper from a whole other angle, and he downs Thunder. Let's pop over to Viper's comm, switch into the switch over to the Bossfight squad side. They know a guy's in burning building. You have one coming in bottom story, bot pushing in from that bottom story, and I think they have tagged him. He is down. Another confirmed kill.
Said these guys are rushers.
I think that was actually a kill on the side of Globochem. I don't know if there's a... I feel like there might be a potentially a Volk enemy in the... Yeah, he is.
And probably Toast and Troggy.
An enemy in this second story here. Shots were fired from Viper out towards it, but they did not connect, obviously, and there's another down in there. It looks like there are 2 dead on Marsoc, and again, we are doing 4v4. You have 2 down for Marsoc, Viper and Kibo up, and looks like Toast and Otto up for the Volk side. Toast sitting here in this center courtyard area. Really a nice defensive spot. He can check these lanes here. You have to be sure that you don't over peek and get caught from a center position, but it doesn't look like they're pushing up in that center angle. Yeah, so now you actually have both Marsoc's teammates pushing up or on this south side. There's only 2 of them left alive, so they're going to be pushing down here. They might get caught from that center courtyard if he's looking over, but it doesn't look like Otto is checking that side. Otto is sitting here on this L, taking shots from Viper. Toast hears the shots. Toast should be checking that lane now too. Viper sending some rounds down right towards Otto, and Otto doesn't see him. Otto and Toast both tucked in that center courtyard area. Suppressing fire coming out for Viper, and Viper is now pushing up on this bottom side. He's going to try to advance around here and maybe trying to attempt to flank. I don't think he knows that there's no one else in this area. I think he's pretty clear to push that angle. And now he's taking fire from center courtyard.
Right.
You have 2 members in that courtyard, Otto and Toast, both camping in there, trying to get some angles. Otto trying to get a little bit south of that, a little bit south here.
3 minutes.
Viper and Kibo taking it slow. Otto and Toast sitting in that center courtyard. They're not going to budge. Otto is actually now dropped back a little bit. He seems to be defending this back sector here, trying to watch for that angle, making sure Viper doesn't try and flank. Viper throwing a distractory smoke, it seems like, center courtyard, and then making his move around here. Otto might catch him. Otto's in this second story here. He has a very nice defensive position, and he has some good angles on Viper, who's approaching right now. Shots coming out, but not from second story. I think that was Kibo. Yes, and it was. Otto's still the last one up. He's in that back courtyard. He's taking fire from Kibo and Viper. Viper and Kibo pushing up. Kibo's on a little bit farther to the right of Viper here. And Otto's trying to defend. I think he knows both enemies are here. He has eyes on Kibo, but I don't think he knows Viper is pushing up on the inner side. You have Viper who's going to wrap inside this Humvee and push him on into that center area. Shots actually coming out towards Otto. He's confirming the kill. Otto backing towards the objective. A nice move. He retreated. You're gonna have Kibo and Viper coming in from this angle and from the top one, and they're gonna try and approach the objective from that back side.
Yeah, you got the tank guy.
It is just Otto left, and now he is sitting there. Viper is watching right where Otto is, and Otto is just kind of mingling around in that center objective. They have 1:30 left. I guess our time's a little off, so we have to start right when they start. 1:30 left, and some great shots coming out from Otto, securing Viper. Otto now dropping back towards the objective. It's just Kibo, and I think Kibo was trying to go around for that flank, trying to come in from this angle. Otto covering that center area, trying to... And now Kibo is moving actually very slowly along this south side. He's right over here in this area, and he's going to try to make... He's up in this center building. He is running out of time. We're 15 seconds out, so he has a minute left. And he's wrapping around that right side. Otto is right there. Otto is watching the right side, not the left. Kibo is approaching from the left. Otto is not watching that angle. Or sorry, Kibo is approaching from the right side, this angle here. He's crossed the street so he can maybe get a shot from center courtyard. Otto might have spotted him. Shots coming out from Otto, and he does secure the kill. Very good defensive job from Otto. A very clutch round. Excellent shooting. And that's another point over to Marsoc, over to Globochem, and they're coming off with a very strong performance for a sub squad. Very strong performance. I'm very impressed so far. pop into G-Men's comms and see how they're dealing with it.
It was amazing.
Had a close count.
Yeah. They shot me under the
Perfect.
Jeep, which
Now we're in
no
sync.
one does, but I should expect that from them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tricky, man. Oh, it's ambulance.
So we have the comms of Globochem, the top screen here. They're spawning in on Marsoc, and they're going to be pushing in from this north side. It looks like they're going to do a split, so they're going to have probably 2 here go there. As for the Volk, you're going to have Viper, and he looks like he's going to sit up on this plane wing here. I think objective is probably right here. Sorry, on the green marker, on that southwest side. Viper seems like he sees someone, and he's calling in. Maybe he spotted their move on the east. But west is clear so far, and they're going to try and come around this west lane. That's what we're watching right now. Thunder there on that west side. Not sure what he's doing. There we go. Oh, interesting. He had to do a little floor fix. Okay. Thunder back in action. Again, pushing along that west side. Very curious where the east squad is, but Viper trying to cover that angle from the plane wing. I think actually objective. I'm wondering if now objective is on this other green dot here. Not 100%. Not 100. Sorry, and also you can't see my marking here. Oops. Oops. Oops.
Not the hood.
There we go. Money.
What are you thinking?
There we go. Okay. So Viper's on that red dot. He's sitting on that plane wing. He's covering from that angle, and you have Thunder, and they've split on this west side. You have one moving this side, one moving that side from the cockpit. They're going to try and cross here, have one push up this lane, maybe get into this courtyard here, and then make their move along this side over towards objective. Yeah, and it does look like objective is not where the green is. Objective is on this side of the building here. So they're gonna have to. They're gonna want to approach probably from this hillside, try and flank on Viper on the wing, and then push in from this angle. Either that or come in from this side and approach from the inner instead of the outer. And you have actually one sitting on him right on top of the objective. Shots coming out. There is some gunfire. One down potentially on Volk's side, right on objective. They may have made a push from the inside here and come up that inner angle. Now you still see him up. Volk is still defending. He's taking shots out. We'll pop over to Viper's comms and see what they're saying. See what they were radioing in. I guess we could listen to both.
Transition clear so far. Still looking. I think I got the guy in the courtyard. Double tap though. Double tap.
Shots coming out from Viper. He sees him right side.
One enemy made south hill.
Now shots coming towards Thunder. Looks like they're coming from center building. Thunder's trying to make that inner approach. He's in that courtyard now. Shots coming out on both sides here. Viper trying to cover the right angles. Thunder trying to approach from this inner area here.
We got 2 left. We know one is at wing.
Again, they did try and make that far wraparound here, and so Viper is trying to cover this right side angle. He knows that there's potentially Thunder approaching from this side. Thunder has managed to get up inside, and he has made the same move I suggested. He's going to try and come in from this side. He's going to have to watch out for Viper on that plane wing if he wants to make that move, and he knows he's there. Viper doesn't see him, and now he's checking right side. Thunder's dropping back a little bit. I'm not sure what his plan is, but Viper trying to make sure he has all angles covered. I think it's just him and one other. Shots coming out towards Viper, and they did make that back around flank that I called. Viper is down. Now they're going to push up from this back angle, and they have shots on the Volk guy. Thunder coming in, actually wrapping in from the inside. He's going to try and get the objective on the corner. He smoked it. They're going for the cap. Thunder right on top of objective. Some good defensive shooting from Radar. Radar is sitting on objective. He's the one that was right there, but he's going to get pushed from the opposite side here. You have Toast coming in from that flank, and another member approaching as well. It is Radar against two guys pushing from that side. Shots coming out from Radar towards Toast. Toast suppressing, Radar wrapping back around. I think Otto or the other member alive's watching, but this flank can be very successful. Radar might be able to catch one, potentially 2 if he gets the blue card first, but no, a good wrap, and Radar is down. Very nice defensive positioning. An excellent third round coming out of Globochem. They are now 3-1.
No, it was 2 of them down. It was you versus 2 of them.
I'm shocked right now that Bossfight is down 3-0 on quarantine to Globochem. They are really making some excellent moves.
Like which specific settings do you mean?
Like bit rates and shit.
Let me check.
These streams are perfect. I don't want them to change anything. They're just perfectly synced. Oh man, what an excellent first 3 rounds, guys. An excellent first 3 rounds. Very aggressive push coming out of Thunder Pilot's squad, coming out of Globochem, and they are doing fantastic so far. Let's reset the timer and get ready for our 4th round in this series. It is about to begin. Open up both comms, see if we can hear where they're going to be going. We are perfectly synced and ready to rock. Ladies and gents, I'm not sure what this match is for, but it's for all the marbles, and that's all I know.
Red team right, blue team left. Okay.
All right, so Viper has red team left and blue team right. Let's go back to our tactics. We have the spawn in of Volk right here behind, on the southeast side. And then you have Volk sitting in this back defense. So they're going to be pushing very aggressively. And you can see Viper pushing up on this inner side. He's going to try and come up from this angle, probably send one around on the outside, and they're going to try and have one flank and one come in from this inside on that hill. You have Thunder, who's on a nice defensive position. He's tucked on this ridge, and he has all sorts of angles that he can pop out of and get some nice shots on people, and then dip back in for some cover. But it looks like he's going to sit behind the car here. In a nice defensive position right there, covering some angles. Viper making that inner approach. He's going to be pushing up through this inside wall and then coming out towards these tankers and APCs and pushing up towards the coolant building, the warehouse. Wrap around the Humvee, make sure he doesn't get detected. He doesn't spot anyone on this roof. The roof again is this yellow marking. He's looking there, making sure no one's pushing. Now you actually have the inside wrap coming from one of Viper's teammates. He's going to be coming around from this angle, watching for anybody that's potentially sitting and defending behind these red sheds. And Viper now in a very nice spot right on the inside of the turbine, and now he's pushing up. And he'll be the one that takes the inner half and takes that hill and utilizes it to come down onto the objective. It's a very nice hill. Thunder back now. He's maneuvered out from that ravine, and he's looking over towards north side. I think he spawned someone towards Crater, so he did spawn the flank. He did spot this flank here. I think he is trying to wrap around. Shots coming out from Viper and some nice shooting. One tagged underneath underneath this wing here. Thunder knows that they are wrapping around from that far north side. Very curious to see how he deals with it. Shots coming out. Thunder's dropped back. He has no eyes on, Viper is actually on a very aggressive flank. He might be able to catch Thunder unaware from behind the truck if he does this correctly. I don't think Thunder has anyone watching his backside, and now he's directed towards the Scar fire. He knows someone's on top of the hill, but you have another member flanking him on his left here, so he has to be careful. Viper on this flank, but he's not moving fast enough to catch Thunder. Thunder will be around this hill in time by the time Viper gets up here. Thunder now on the red line here. He's going to be making his move across this hill. And he's looking for shots down into this sector. He thinks probably someone's maybe made their way to roof, or they're back in behind this backside. Again, objective is right on the green mark. It's right here on this truck. You have Viper pushing up this side. I think you have another coming around this back end. And then you have Thunder sitting right at this tank, trying to defend from all angles. I think he might be the last alive. He has to watch pretty much everywhere. And he's in a very nice spot to do it behind that tank. He has cover from the front side. Viper could come up over the ridge, but he's going to have to come up over this ridge to get him. He'll have to walk up over if he wants to get shots on him. Viper now is pushed up, and he's at that. He just checked the 3-story. He didn't spot anything. Smoke coming out from the far west side. Shots from a Volk defender. Viper's taking shots down towards some very bad shooting from Viper.
I don't know how I missed that. I'll be honest. Thank you. I think it's the lag.
Really bad. I don't know how he didn't land those shots. You still have Thunder sitting behind this truck now. Thunder's moved around to this area here, and he's sitting on this truck trying to make sure he's covering those angles. He's heard the shots from Viper, so he knows Viper's over there. Very interesting that Viper wasn't able to secure those. Now Viper's going to have to push that angle. And he actually has another teammate coming up right behind Thunder. Thunder doesn't know that Thunder's going to get shot in the back here. If he doesn't check his left side here, they're going to pop up over this hill and spot him. Viper is almost peaked. Now Thunder's now wrapped back behind the truck. Viper won't be able to spot him. His teammate might. Shots should be coming out towards Thunder any second. Thunder just being covered from this tank. Now he's pushing up. He should spot Viper. Thunder might get shots on Viper here. Actually, Thunder hears something and he drops back. He knows Viper's up around the ledge. He hears shots actually coming out from Viper on towards another member of Vulcan. There are two members up on this hill, and Thunder knows it. Thunder can't peek, though. He doesn't want to push up and over. No one wants to push up and over, and Thunder is tucked down in a spot where he's not taking shots. Now shots actually coming out towards Thunder from the hill, and he does not get them secured. Now they're advancing onto that right side. They're pushing up towards objective. Suppressive shots towards the one member in the very back side.
Sorry, Thunder.
Looks like it is just Otto, and he's sitting in the backside underneath the shed. I don't know what his defensive position is. I'd love to see where he's at. He's sitting in the courtyard. So he is right on the objective courtyard. Viper is now pushing. He's the only one up. It is just Viper, and he's going to try and go for the cap, but Otto should see this. If Viper goes prone, maybe he can get behind that ledge. Otto is looking right towards where Viper is. Viper is pushing up behind this wheel, trying to see if he can spot anything. He's making the push now. He is right towards the objective. Otto just on the other side of this. This is ridiculous. Viper almost in range of putting in the code. Otto still doesn't see him. He doesn't want to peek over that ledge. Viper now, and some good peeking from Otto. Catches Viper before he can get in range. Whew, what a close approach coming out.
I gotta kill the stream. My performance is tanking. Can't hit anything. I gotta kill the stream. My performance is tanking.
Looks like Thunder is gonna go offline, and we're gonna be left with just Viper.
Sorry. Okay, cool.
Pretty unfortunate.
I want to keep the stream going, but it is tanking my performance.
Oh, is that Viper talking?
It is not my bag, I guess. I can't do it.
Yeah, looks like Viper is off. Thunder's still up. Do you have another member from that team that can stream? I don't think so. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. Oh, I should change the title. Yeah, you're right.
I might restart my game really quick as well. Yeah. Shit performance.
Yeah, it's two 101s. That's it.
I'm gonna go hit the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate. So I don't have another perspective. But a very good first round coming out from both sides, Globochem and Bossfight. Excellent shooting. Holy cow. Trying to get greedy with that cap. Almost had it. Not sure what we're going to do for the other side. Maybe Radar is streaming. I don't know if he does that. He should. Radar should be streaming. Let's see. No? No? Let's see if he can. I'm going to ask him if... Let's see if we can't get Radar in on this, but... I mean, a 4-0 sweep coming out from Globochem right there. Very surprising first... I would have thought Bossfight would have had it, but... the thing is Radar has the stream set up. I know he does, because he does casting, so I know he has his stream set up, so I'm wondering if maybe he just can't stream and play, though. Kind of like Viper there. I'd be bummed out to have one perspective for the remainder of the night.
Hey, Otto.
Yeah.
Did we decide on that, or?
Down some review notes, by the way, for lack of collapse on the objective.
Actually, yeah, I would like that.
Me too.
Do you guys one be Volk or Mursock?
I'd rather be
I didn't put down any
Marshall.
notes.
Okay, yeah, let's do Mursock.
I'm encouraging them.
Alright, they want to be Mursock, guys.
You want to be Marsa?
You do.
It is bizarre to the narrow between a Marsa
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Oh! Perfect timing.
Regular, guys.
Alright.
Alright, so I don't think Viper is streaming anymore. So we are just going to be stuck with one perspective. I just wanted to confirm that Viper turned off the stream and was done.
And stuff, but yeah, I didn't get killed, so that's
Yeah, callouts are just as important.
I know. And
I really
Yeah,
need
Viper is
building
offline,
names that y'all use.
unfortunately.
We can give you all the
So
maps.
Building.
we'll do this.
Yeah, we have. I have labeled maps like that I can give you.
Yeah, I browsed.
Come over here.
It takes time.
Go to Thunder's stream. See if Radar can turn his stream on. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, totally.
But we're going to do solo cast from Thunder's perspective. We will just have Marsock's angle. The unfortunate reality of it all, but it's alright. Let's pop over here. We are no longer on quarantine. We are on Bazaar. And make sure we have it properly zoomed. Alright. So it looks like Thunder is making his approach on this in this middle lane. He's going to try and come up on this side and come in from the objective. I think objective might be... Let's make sure we're...
Hey, listen.
Oh, Viper's stream is back on. Okay, that's good.
Shooting at him, looking at tank and blue room. I don't see anyone there.
Well, we have Thunder, and he's making his moves. He's actually going to be pushing up on this inside angle and come up from this side. Go inside that building and go use that little L in there. Come left, and then he's going to have some angles out onto this courtyard, and I'm sure he's going to be trying to look towards objective here. He hears voices, too, to his right, so he knows that he has some enemies in this sector. Objective looking right in front of him. He's now pushing up. I think that might be his friendlies that have wrapped around that side. Oh, and some good shots coming out from the second story right in there. Getting Thunder down.
Just the fucking window. So annoying.
I don't see his stream back on, but he's on the delay, so we won't see him until probably after this round or so.
Did your gun stick in his body? Yeah, I don't understand what just happened.
So now they're actually 3 down on Volk.
Close, I think.
Fuck, that was annoying.
And Troggy downed.
Finding the rounds.
A good first round coming out, but that will go towards
It happens. It happens very fast.
that'll go 1 to the home team, 1 towards Bossfight.
Panic, fucking realization that Kepper wasn't there, and I heard a click. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Still don't see Viper's stream up.
Clicking around.
Focus informed me that it's back.
Objective, and I'm like, okay.
This is a much nicer game with good frame rates.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see him. We're gonna keep watching from Thunder's perspective for now.
Should have had fight for that.
Curious. I don't know why you said Viper's stream is back on. Maybe that was an old message and I'm just looking at it now. Anyway, Thunder is pushed up now. He's let me go back to the map. He's actually defending, sorry. Thunder is on Volk's side. He's defending this far west alley here, making sure that no one's coming in from this angle here, watching the tank. You can also kind of peek and watch this lane here if you really get into it. And I wish this wasn't like cut off like that. Oh, what am I gonna do? It's life. How about that? How about that? A little better. Thunder's still holding this angle, and he actually spots one member. Shots coming out, silenced.
South, there's another one over here for sure.
He's tagged him, and then shots come out from him, and he is downed. Let's try and get a look at where the rest of his squad is positioned. They have one sitting in the back corner here, another inside this center building, and another second story. So they're watching this. They should be able to see anyone coming from south here. Otto looks like he is looking out this way, and it's secure to kill. Some good shooting from Otto there. But they know they're coming in from that. They know they're coming in from that east side. Sorry, and Toast still covering central courtyard. He's got to keep his eyes here. If they made a flank, they could drop around and come this way pretty undetected. But at the moment, I think they may have put their eggs in this right side basket. Oh, those are the wrong colors too.
2, I think.
Who's got the other one?
One down in the blue room. Objective one. We're gonna double tap these.
Like that. They could come in for a flank, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Ooh, Troggy downed. Otto's still sitting here, so this member wiped out. No more covering that angle. Otto's still on objective. Toast on this other side here has moved around, and he's sitting over on this north lane. Shots coming out. Otto is down. He's right towards objective. Toast has to back around and check objective. There's no one else that has eyes on. And they might be able to cap if Viper makes his approach from behind. Too bad we don't have that perspective, huh, ladies and gents?
Let's do this one more time.
Toast, though, is sitting at objective, and he is holding that defensive position, but it is just Toast. I'm not sure where the other two members of this team are. I think maybe one is coming in from this side, and you have another coming in from this side, and they do get the kill. So that's a nice win coming out for Bossfight again on as Marsoc, putting him up 2-0. I messaged Otto, but I don't see him responding. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have him on my friends list. I can't message anybody here.
Down that guy, there was a guy right behind him. So
It's all good.
yeah, I never seen that many people on the south.
Looks like they have the west spawn, and they're going to be approaching in on the same objective that was just covered from Volk last time, right here. So you have Thunder making this east approach, and he's going to be looking out over this courtyard, looking for some angles that are going to dangle. He's going to want to watch someone second. He's going to want to watch for anyone that's going to be sitting here second story, and anyone that's made a push this bounder on this backside into that second story building. And you can tell he is checking the 2-story. He doesn't want to get shot from there. He can't get shot through this wood though. So if he is spotted at all, a hail of bullets will get him. He actually has a little bit of a wall there to protect him, and some shots coming out over central courtyard. Thunder now pushing up on this middle lane, trying to make his approach, and he's going to want to come in and wrap around this back L and use that wall to the most of his advantage. Either that, or he's going to come into the courtyard and make a faster approach. And I think he is going into the courtyard. He hears gunshots and he knows his team is approaching fast. I think that was the shots coming from a Marsoc weapon. Yes, they are. And so now Thunder pushing up under the cover of fire. Thunder now alongside this wall, and actually a very quick round. I don't know who was doing it, but someone pushed hard along this north side and managed to secure themselves a bundle of O kills. What in the world?
Nice job. misjudged where you're coming from, Toast.
Left on a short right.
That's all right, Ja.
Let's go get balls deep, guys.
He's okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be pulling up in that little building.
Okay, so Volk now spawning back. This is a tough objective to defend, but they're back here and they're going to defend that inside objective. You have all sorts of approaches Marsoc can make. They can come around the south side at you. They can come around this north side at you. They can come up the middle at you. There's all sorts. There's a variety of ways you can approach this as Marsoc. Curious how Viper's team will take it. Thunder looks like he's going to be dropping back and defending from this courtyard area, using that wood to his advantage like he likes to. But he could easily, and he's going to watch this lane here, make sure no one comes in from that angle. Either that, or he'll watch up this alley out towards that center courtyard, and so he'll be switching between those two lanes for defensive positions. I imagine Viper is probably going to make some sort of approach up through this central building and look for some angles out the two-story here, and then try and come wrap in from this side. If you can avoid teammates and get close, they're going to do that. So actually, they have some super defensive positions though. They have 3 members that are just sitting back. They have no one out in the front side of this map. Viper's team is free to run up towards objective, but once they're there, they're going to have to make their way through a landmine of Volk defensive positions. And they are all on objective. If they can push through Thunder, though, they're at risk, in my opinion. And honestly, there's a lot of other angles they can approach from that I don't think are covered very well. They could come right up this middle side, come in through this central courtyard, and wrap around this area. And you might get shot from the defensive Volk position that's sitting back here. But that's not likely. And it actually looks like these positions have rotated. They've all kind of shifted like up this side here now. Very curious what the plan is from that team. If Thunder is down, if Thunder wipes that flank, that whole defensive position is just toast, and they can come in. It would be best advised for Thunder to be watching the lane marked in red. If he's not, they could easily come out, pop out, and come at him. I'd like another look at the map just to see where the rest of his team has shifted. Thunder's still watching that lane, and he doesn't seem to be seeing anything of any action. It's a slow pace. I'm not sure what the time is. I forgot to start it. My fault. We'll also have to add the timer to this scene. If you give me a second there. Some shots now coming out from Central Courtyard. All 3 still up along that north side. It looks like they may have confirmed 1. Probably shooting in down this lane, watching that courtyard. Thunder still watching the flank. No action yet. Nothing exciting has happened. But he has a good angle on it. He's protected from his backside, and he can watch this side pretty freely and have almost 100% cover. Shots coming out from the inner half, and it looks like it may have run up from this side, as I suspected. Come out from this 2-story and come up and try and approach and dodge Thunder. If you can avoid Thunder and sneak in, you have a chance of capping. That's why Thunder's also watching that lane. But he could get swung around from any variety of positions. It looks like their forward man has been taken out too, so now they're down to 3 in the defensive positioning. Thunder's sitting back watching that lane, and he is watching that long lane. Just a great defensive position. But I assure you that Viper is coming in from those blue lines, and he's going to try and make that angle and try and make that approach. And he could be right on top of Thunder. He could be inside of this L, actually, matter of fact. If he made an approach, he could be inside this little L right here. And shots actually now coming out towards Thunder. I think they're coming from this central courtyard, so you know you have one Marsoc sitting in here. Maybe they lost this angle and they no longer can cover that central courtyard. You probably actually have your other Volk watching the north wall instead, and so rather exposed from that central approach. And now Thunder making some adjustments. Where did he just move to? I'm trying to see the angle he's now covering. Oh, he moved up inside. He's now in this building, covering the center courtyard. Yeah, you have 100% have Viper and his team Bossfight in that central courtyard area. Thunder's gonna have to watch out for that. And like I said, he's got to watch these. He's watching the L. He's inside the L, and shots coming out right where I said Viper would be. Shots coming out towards Thunder.
You know, Otto's coffee shop a little more far right from that.
Right from this store. Maybe even from the second story like I called it. I mean, do I know my strategy, boys, or what? And now Thunder watching that center area, making sure that no one's coming out. He's in a good position. He's in that L. Thunder now covering that center courtyard area. Oh, he comes out and shots coming out towards Viper, and they trade. One left back at the objective now. It is a one-on-one Radar versus Otto. I would love to get off the death screen and over towards Otto's screen, you mother... No! Damn it, alright. I don't know who won. It looks like the point went to Thunder's squad. Otto secured the kill. Very nicely done. Score is now 3-2. Let me get the scoreboard up here. Sorry about that. Oops.
Traded with Radar.
Some things are happening, people. Give me a second.
I still don't like the positioning I have over there. I'm gonna fucking keep working on that.
We can definitely work on that.
Because it's just like, I feel like there's a gap that I'm trying to fill, but I can't yet. But I was listening.
Okay, everything's
and I
fine.
heard him run, so I took him out.
We'll play it, but we're like 20 seconds behind. There we go. That's more accurate. And so now they are coming. They are. Thunder Squad has spawned on this east side, and they're gonna make their approach up towards tank, in through this side. You're probably gonna have one come in through that, and another one out this way. Potentially come out this backside here. But they are going to have to cross this, and looks like they're going to smoke going out on the yellow mark at the tank to allow them to cross. They don't want to get caught from any Volk angles sitting down here camping. And shots now coming out towards tank, but yeah, they are crossing. And it looks like Thunder is going to go in that backside along with another teammate, so they're going to make this back end approach along this south wall and try and come up through there. An approach I made in a similar match the other day. And Thunder now going to come up and take that inside angle. So you're going to have all the lanes covered. 3 members across the street here. Defensive positions, likely maybe one here, one here, one inside this building. Shots coming out towards him from that angle. Right down this lane. Sorry, right down this lane from Viper Squad from Bossfight. And someone down in that center courtyard. 2 down. Some good shooting coming out of that squad. And Thunder here's the recon coming in. He knows he's got a member around this L. Thunder is making this approach. Shots coming out, and a nice trade coming out from Thunder. Unfortunately, that's going to put his team at a disadvantage. Scoreboard 2-2. 1 left alive. Otto versus Weather. Shots coming out, and Otto is down. Weather secures the round. 3-2 for home squad.
One more.
Shit. He looked black on my screen.
Oh my god. Too intense.
And so this is going to have to be a night. This is a must-win from G-Men. They have to secure this round. If they do not, it'll be a loss of the round. I don't think it'll put them out. They won't put them out of the series because they secured that first round on quarantine. But now it's the exact same defensive position.
I'm gonna try the wall barrier. Let's see how it goes.
I don't know, man. Like, you think that's gonna work?
Objective is right here behind this Humvee. There's a variety of spawns that can come in. I imagine that Viper's team spawning up in the similar spot that Thunder is, and you're going to make a similar approach if you're aggressive here. Come out. You can come up along this lane. You can come up through here. You have a variety. There's all sorts of angles you can make out of this approach, and that's why a lot of teams do take it versus having to come around and then cross this street. It's a little risky. If they could spawn, however, they could spawn actually down on this west side. and then you have a very fast approach coming from the Marsoc team if you're not watching it. So curious where the squad has spawned in. Viper positioning himself nicely alongside this wall behind some crates, and he's going to catch a very good defensive angle at anyone that peeks this, and he can probably even see right there. So you can see anyone that tries to make the back end approach. But yeah, he is covering that south side. And right now we have no idea where Marsoc's coming from. I'm guessing, since Thunder has not spotted anything, that Viper's squad, Bossfight, is coming in from the west side. Here. That would be my assumption. And they're going to make this flanking approach. They could actually get an angle on Thunder if they wrap around. And down him. Did I say G-Men? I meant Globochem. Sorry, I'm on G-Men. I can't keep it straight. Thunder on Globochem. Has that defensive angle, watching that south side. Still no action from anybody. Maybe Bossfight's taking it slow. Maybe they're taking the slow approach to this round. Taking their time. You actually burn some time. Just sit back here. Hope you can, look for a pick out of this. Look for picks here. Maybe look for a pick here. Just don't move at all from your spawn points. And kind of wait. Burn the clock down. I forgot to start the clock. My fault. Rest in peps.
South has been clear for a while.
And now shots coming out. It sounded like from the west spawn. One down.
Friendly down.
On Globochem. And I think they're making this inside approach here. They very well may have crossed the street and are making the inner approach. If Thunder doesn't get towards objective, he's risking a potential cap here. You have, I think, another defensive member in this building, possibly, or inside objective building, and another one back here on this L. So they are watching that south spawn. And shots actually coming out from north. Some good shots from Thunder, and he does secure a kill right on that lane he was watching. They had potentially one, but they usually don't run in ones, so it's curious. You have a roamer potentially on that south side, and 3 coming in from the west. Now it's actually shots coming from the south, from that south courtyard. So you actually do know you have some members in this courtyard here. And Thunder's making sure he's not getting flanked, making sure no one's trying to go for that long approach, wrapping around. Coming up on that far east angle. Switching his firing rates. First single. I think he just went to full auto from single. He did a double switch, so he didn't switch anything. So I'm curious if you recognized that. Objective slightly exposed. Potential for an inside route here from Viper squad. And I'm kind of waiting on eggshell. I'm almost now thinking they took it slow and they made the slow approach from the east. So you have one down now in market, so they had another. Curious. I have no idea where they spawned. I don't know what I think they might have spawned east. Made the approach center. Now some shots actually on Thunder. Thunder is down there making that south approach. Someone did manage to cross and secure him. Auto and.
Oh my god.
Thunder, you're the worst.
And that's the fucking game.
Hate you, Thunder.
Unlucky.
Literally the end of the round, he dies, and he literally turns around from the from the thing. I'm gonna yell at him.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. Look.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah, I don't think they would expect that. Use me how you guys want. I got a grenade. Got a Glock.
Just like some. Yeah.
I'm gonna run up the middle and see if I can catch any turn.
Do you want me with you or with them?
No, don't go with me.
Alright, I yelled at Thunder. You're gonna see a Steam message come up on this stream. It was me. Confirmed. I'm not cheating. Okay. Alright. So he will help out. He will spectate. Thunder using the shield and Marsoc. Sorry, let's wipe this clean. They're approaching from this inner side here. They're inside and they're going to be. I think the objective is Volk over where that last Thunder defensive was. So they're over in that L. And they have a shield. It's actually a really good idea to bring a shield for this objective. Shots coming in from that north wall. And I think they may have secured a kill on that north side. Thunder using his shield to approach. And some actually a member up in that building, securing one kill. Thunder's grenade almost killing another, and Thunder's up for a res. The res comes out, and now there's still 2 left, 1 secured. A nice little trade inside that building. Thunder now making the quick approach. He's gonna be sprinting up into this courtyard and trying to come out quick towards that objective with the shield out. Wants to get into position and drop down. And you actually only have him and another teammate approaching from this angle, and another one that's going to try and wrap this flank and come in from that side. Thunder with the aggressive push here coming with the shield. He's going to pop out from this courtyard, probably take shots. Doesn't spot anything inside that courtyard L where he was defending last round. Doesn't spot any defensive position and is now... Oh, he does. He spots someone in this back building here. Defending in these deep pillars, and you have a lot of cover there. Hard to hit. And you also have a nice angle on the objective without being seen from that central courtyard. Thunder spots him and gets taken out. Shots coming from that window and out, and another member in that area. So you have Radar, Kibu, and Weather, Otto, and Trog left.
Like, why did you ever take FMJ?
Otto
Do you guys use body armor?
is actually right around. Otto is coming up from this. He did make that south. He did make that south approach, and he's popped in here.
I don't know who does and who uses.
I feel like it sometimes does help, but it's really hard to tell.
Almost no one uses FMJ though.
A nice smoke coming out from Otto right on the objective.
No reason to.
Now he's going to drop back and wrap back around through the courtyard. It looks like it's a 3 versus 1, so Otto's going to have to pull something out of his hat here. It's Kibo, Radar, and Weather up against Otto. And he is coming in from that. He is coming in from that side. Getting up onto this set of stairs, trying to catch an angle out down that lane, seeing if he spots anyone over there in that back defensive position that I have marked there. And actually, look, he's dropping back even further. I'm not sure what the time is. We don't have. I don't have it because I'm an idiot. 2:30 left on the time, so he has a little bit of it left. And it looks like he's going to try and come up and pop out from this north side, maybe drop around this north wall, wrap all the way back around, come in for some flanks on the positions. Could be an interesting approach here. He might get caught from a defensive back spot in this, on this back, over to his right here, but he's going to try and come up through the wood. Yeah, and he's making his move. He is going to make his move up on that north wall. Minute 56 left. He's now sitting behind the concrete. He's going to try and push up. He could get shot from a defensive position. Weather actually down, so maybe they didn't get the res off on Weather. We'll pop back in. I don't want to listen to the open comms, unfortunately, so we don't hear weapon fire. But Radar making that push. Or sorry, Otto making that push. He has Radar and Kibo left, and they're both back in those defensive spots. Probably one in that window there that he's looking at now, and another one back towards the objective. Thunder checking out through this hole, seeing if he spots anybody. He shouldn't catch anyone there. This is where he might run into some enemies, though. He's back now around there, back behind behind them, and he should spot someone in some defensive positions. Maybe he does.
It's like one of our guys is gonna go down, and that'll give away your dude's position, and that's gonna be 1v1.
He does have a silencer, so it's curious if they will be able to figure out where he is right away. Some good shots coming out from Otto, and the silencer is there. They may not know where he's at. Otto making a hard push now, and he knows there's another member crossing the street. Shots coming out from Otto, almost hits him. The trade coming out, and he does not secure it. Reload coming out. He knows where Kibo's at. Shots coming out. Some trades now coming out through the window. Otto needs to drop back, wrap back around. He's dropping back and wrapping back around. And he's gonna peek out this lane and see if he can't catch him. Some shots coming out from Otto, and he does secure the kill. A very nice win coming out from that team. That means that they have secured themselves this series. 4-0 in the first round, 4-3 in the second, I believe. Some excellent rounds coming out of these squads. Who is messaging me? Oh, that was me messaging Thunder. Lol. And it looks like the next map is going to be Subway. And so yeah, G-Men have secured themselves a spot in first place.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I can't believe you took that. Fuck.
Yeah, it was fucking exceptionally good, dude. Well done.
A very nice,
I thought I saw you behind me, Otto, and I was like, shit.
some very nice rounds coming out from Globochem, securing them a victory over Bossfight. But we still have one last map to be played. It is Subway. So I'm curious to see. You want points. The idea of the league is that you get points. I think this match, the winner or loser, it was meant for first or second place.
Holy shit. I have 2 bullets
Yeah,
left.
I'll try to watch the stream.
And so that's been secured.
You know, that's awesome, dude. That's just sick play. It was like 20 seconds left or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had like
And now Thunder's squad spawning up on this outer side here. And these rounds still kind of matter a little bit because you do want the points. The points are all calculated towards your MMR and ranking, and will matter in where you're positioned in the tournament and seeding. And so, who's home, who's away, all that shit. So these points aren't for nothing. But it is a little lighter on their shoulders now. They have a little less pressure, and so they're sending their shield man first down down these left stairs here. And then they're probably going to pop out this corner, wait for gunshots. No fire coming out towards the shield, and so now they probably end up pushing up behind him. But there's 3, and then they have another one coming in from that north side, so they're doing a 3-1 split here. And it's very interesting, they really let him walk all the way out there with the shield before anything happens. Because what could happen? Here's the potential. You could have Viper sitting in on this L, and Viper could prime a nade, come out, wrap around, and dump a nade into this hole. So if they're right behind the shield guy, they're all packed tight, right into this L spot, it's a free grenade. So right now, once they get to this position, they have to push out quick. They do not want to linger here. And there is actually a nade on that corner. Unsuccessful, but that is only one. They could have more. And they are all now stacked. They need to get off of this L. They need to get out of this corner, or they're susceptible to a hot grenade. Some shots coming out from the stairs. Yep, just as I suspected. Ooh, and a good push wraparound secures 1 from the shield. Thunder's down in the back. I think the shield guy is now 100% dead. So does you definitely have another one in that L shooting rounds out. Shots coming from Otto, trying to shoot over this corner, and it is a tight engagement. They need a smoke. A nade coming out, an interesting spot. No, that's a smoke rather. 2 smokes coming out from Thunder to get them out around this corner. Those are 2 smokes too late. Actually, it looked like it was a smoke and a nade. He dumped that nade over towards the train, suspecting that's where the enemy is looking at him from. Now that smoke may not work to his advantage. They could end up getting up and pushing around in back to this L here, and then having some surprise angles once it dissipates on him. Curious to see what happens, but it looks like all 3 members now along this right side. No one up for the flank. And he does push around in for that L, and he's now on the L, and now he's over looking towards objective. And this is where you can make your push. Once you're here, you have a lot more freedom. You can get into the train, and you can watch out over the middle of the subway. But he switched to single fire now, and he's going to look for that long-range shot towards stairs. The stairs defensive position is a very good one. Super hard to see. You can barely even see it on the map, but once you're Volk and you're in that black stairwell, it's hard to spot. And so that's what Youth's looking there. He's looking out towards the stairwell, seeing if he can't find any shots, and it doesn't look like he's getting anything. And they're gonna... You're gonna have to push harder.
Well, I think Toad's on, so that's good. Yep. Oh, they traded though.
I've got a couple of you guys.
I know, right, Zulix?
I got one pickup.
My fault, okay? I'm trying. You realize all the shit I gotta run right now? I mean, give me a break. I know you know what's up, but it's hard, bro. It's hard to do to start it all and get it all going. I'll get the timer going next round. Thank you for reminding me.
Where was it? I was on the subway tracks, then I moved over to the tunnel.
Got it. Yeah, good shit, man.
Troggy with some really good shots, and he pushed up along that right side and secured some kills up over where that. Yeah, he's right here on this corner now. And he's going to try and push up to these stairs and possibly surprise what I'm assuming is the last member around those stairs. Troggy trying to get up over that ledge. And he does manage to get up over the ledge. Thunder forgets that he's spectating the fucking game and what he's supposed to be doing. Troggy's now up over in this stairwell, and he's going to try and maybe snag a surprise angle. It is a 1v1 though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was Cabo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Cabo hit.
Troggy now on the other side of the stairwell.
Yeah, value yourself, Cabo.
Looking for something here. I have no idea where their last member is. I thought he was in that stairwell, and he's looking at his time. I'm not sure how much he has left. Probably not a lot. I think the objective is underground, and so he's going to have to make that final underground push, which is likely where Weather is. You can see people in the stairs, and I don't think he spotted anyone there. So now Troggy's going to see if he can't spot anyone on that left side. Thunder forgetting that he's spectating. Troggy watching left angle shots coming out, and he does secure the kill from Weather. A nice point coming out to the away team there, putting them up 1-0 on Subway, the map of Bossfight. Some inside info coming in was that they weren't doing well on practice on Subway though, so very curious. Some excellent shots though from Troggy. 2-0 in that first round.
Trying to look at the screen when I'm in this thing. I'm just trying to adjust something. So
There's your timer. All right.
yes, indeed.
There's your timer.
Play some backgammon for a bit. It's probably on the north.
Looks like they have a Volk objective in the center here. It's going to be right there. Sorry, let's do that in green. Right there. And so you're going to have to usually send a split here. Looks like Thunder's here. Sorry, Thunder is sitting in that north train. He'll probably be watching the north angle. Right here, and some really fast shots coming out from this south side. Really fast moves coming out here. Shield is out, and they're trying to make this push. Thunder seeing if he can't catch any shots. He does tag one, a really nice move there, and he can watch these turnstiles here. He's tagged one down, and so they likely have a shield member on the corner, and they're going to try and send one up down those turnstiles and maybe secure a defensive position for Marsoc here, but that didn't happen. So now they're going to try and get into that L just like Thunder did last round and use that to push up towards objective. It's a little bit easier to do, and if you do it fast enough, you can cap to the surprise of the defending team. Thunder making sure that they're not doing a 3-1 split. It doesn't look like they are doing a 3-1 split. Looks like all four, but that's interesting. Usually you don't have all 4-1 lanes, so Thunder still has to watch that north side. Nothing happens though, and he's reporting that in. And it looks like they have another guy maybe sitting defensively. I'd like to see Thunder pull out the map and see. Maybe back here, and probably another one, at least in the stairwell, is my guess for their 3 defensive spots. Either that or they have another one who's aggressively defending the L. But yeah, they are desperately trying to get around that corner there. Thunder sending some suppressive rounds, seeing if you can't catch anything. They want that south corner. They want to get into that L. Once they're into that L, it opens up so many possibilities of approach for them. But it doesn't look like they get it, and the defensive setup on that south side was enough. Thunder only had to tag 1 as they tried to get around that turnstile.
How did they get you, man? You were in a square area.
Putting them up 2-0. Excellent, excellent rounds coming out of Globochem right now. They're really proving themselves to be the top team. Very impressive. Honestly, dominating round after round. Like, although not dominating, some very close rounds. Some very close rounds. But they're doing very well right now, and I'm very impressed with Globochem's performance.
I'm always looking on both sides.
If you want to go show him some love, go follow Thunder Pilot's stream. Go follow Lonely Viper. He's not streaming right now. Give me a follow because I like it. Go follow the Onward Master League stream where these things are always hosted. It's all over the place, man. The league's blowing up. We have a huge tournament coming up, the 14th and 15th. We have a wild card tournament coming up the 8th. It's nuts. It's nuts, and it's all gonna be casted. And we'll have dual casts. We'll have multiple people in here. It won't just be me. We'll have different styles of cast. It's gonna be really good the next few weekends for some Onward spectating. I'm really looking forward to it. Right now, though, Thunder Pilot making that south side approach and some aggressive shots coming out around that corner. They do have no smoke, no shield. I do not know how they're going to make the... Oh, he spots one, some very good corner shooting coming out from Thunder, and they know they have one more in that train, and he does get shot. Oh, well, actually, over from the turnstile.
Damn it! I got the guy that got you on over then.
Pretty much the exact same markings. Troggy now all alone. It looks like he's trying to do a flank. He's going to try and come around from this angle and see if he can't make some magic happen. Scratch that. He's just really late behind. He was going for the defense. He was going for that north position, then everyone down. And he immediately delayed and is wrapping back around here. Again, this is a very low pressure round. They don't need to win these rounds, but again, you know, the points add up, so that is what they're playing for right now. Is that right, Sinkas? Interesting. So Bossfight really needs to get at least 2 points here. If they're gonna lose this round, they need at least 2 to keep it that way, to stay in first place. If Bossfight does not get 2 rounds during this series, then they will not. So the rounds matter more for Bossfight than they do for. Well, I guess if you wanted to secure yourself a victory. If you want to secure yourself first place in the league, then you'd want to win the rounds here. So yeah, I guess Sinkas is right. If Sinkas is right, then yeah, these rounds do matter a lot. For first and second place, they have to win by 2. They have to win by 2 to go to first. I got you.
Jesus.
That was so
Gotcha. Bossfight.
I mean, it was 3-3 at the time. Like, oh man.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. I misread that, Sinkas. Okay. Bossfight needs 4 in a row to win. Interesting. Okay. Well, here's the start of that comeback. So Bossfight need these. Interesting.
I wish we played at like the same times more, because like there's such a gap between like the 2 of our teams and like the rest of them that it's hard to practice for these type of matches.
It really is.
You know.
It can be. But mind you, there are some, like, beginners are getting better and better and better.
Sure, yeah, beginners are definitely a legit team.
And that is a round first of to Bossfight.
Go where all the dead bodies are, or go to the impossible breach on the north.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you so much for that follow. Appreciate you hitting that button. Welcome into the agency. We do all sorts of stuff here. I like to scoutcast these Onward League matches. In addition, we do a lot of VR streaming. Ranges from pretty much every VR game that comes out that I think looks worth a damn. So I typically don't play shitty VR games, typically. Every once in a while we run into them, though. They're hard to avoid. But yeah, I stream VR regularly, and I like to cast Onward games. I like to play in the Onward League. We play on G-Men. We won yesterday, and Appreciate you guys hanging out and chilling. Hope it is entertaining for you all. We have a basement spawn. This is going to be freaking really hard for Vipers for Bossfight to pick this one up. Objective is right about here, but it's underground, so you're going to have to make an approach as Marshak from either one of these stairs to get down there. And oh, looks like Thunder's setting up in his normal position inside this back train car, and he can, you know, cover these angles. He has a nice shot on the turntable. He has a nice shot on the north side approach, and that's what he's going to watch. I think they have another guy that probably sits inside these lanes here, and then probably one up in the stairs. And so they have a defensive spread, and they can fall back into the stairs if they need to guard their objective underground. Again, it's going to be a hard approach. They're going to need some riot shields. Going to need some smokes, but you can't burn them all at the start either. So see how they handle this one. I don't know if Thunder took any nades. I'm sure he did for the situation. You have to take nades on subway in case you have run into a shield. Shots possibly coming out from here, from that stairwell to the north. Yeah, it does look like they have a defensive position here on that stairwell, watching the north lane. It's a very good one. Either that, or he's inside, or he's in. Oh shit! Ooh, and Thunder is down, either with a nade or a well-placed shot. They're making an approach here from this north side, and they're gonna have to come down these stairs to the objective if they want it.
Hey, Viper, did you guys go throw 2 grenades there?
No. I think I just threw one, didn't I?
It was weird, dude, because it hit me and Otto, and we were really far apart.
So that could have been a 2-for-1 grenade there, and it looks like it was. Yeah, they have another defensive position on that south lane, and so there's no hope of approaching. That's why they got shut down so hard last time, because they have a south guard watching this south approach, and so no one's coming in from there. But that north is pretty vulnerable right now. Thunder being dead kind of exposes it. Looks like they have one either resible here or down here, and Toast is in those lanes as I mean, dude, I don't even need to look at the damn. I don't need to look at their perspectives to know where they're at. All right, I'm a genius. Look, the guy on the stairs. I called that earlier. Form a little star around your objective and get going. So, sorry I forgot the timer. Rest in peace. Fucking sue me, all right? Trying my best.
Yeah, since the grenades are not working for me with some update, I'm really bad at it.
He's down. There's 3 down the north.
Wow.
How I didn't kill him. Holy shit.
3 down on north. Toast watching that south lane.
Like, it outright killed me and downed Otto.
It looks like Otto is at the stairwell here, and he'll be watching the north lane. But there is 3 dead there.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I should have looked. It says Kevo killed me though.
And the heavy breathing begins. And so, we have 1 man left in a world where Weather Balloon has to capture the objective. He's going to have to approach from multiple angles. Next year, it's Weather Balloon. All right. We are getting into our potentially final round here. So victory secured by Thunder's squad. Let me get that timer rolling for you guys. 3-2-1 for that away team, and they're gonna have to come in for an approach here, try and secure this dub. Pop back into the comms, and so they are spawning from this angle, and they're gonna go run a 2-2, no, a 3-2. Sorry, a 3-1. So they're all 3. You got 3 members coming along this side, and then you have 1 that's going to come around the south for the flank. I think objective is here. Wait, where is objective? Yeah, objective is, this is an interesting objective too. It's right on this corner, and so there's the potential for a lot of grenades, a lot of hot combat, a potential cap around the corner, so they're coming in with multiple shields. Watching that tight angle, you know you're gonna have a guy right around this, right inside here, listening and watching. Watch out for any grenades that are gonna come out from Volk down this lane. And if you push up here, he's getting really loud on that south side, trying to distract, make it look like it's more than just him there. And it looks like they pushed the shield all the way up to the corner, and no movement there. Oh, there is the gunfire coming out from around the corner, and some nice pistol shots. Thunder now going for the cap, 2792601. He's trying to enter the code, and the shield guy is in the way. He's pushing it forward a little bit more now. Thunder entering in the code. They have no one coming in on this approach. A nice defensive position, and that is a secure, putting them up 5-1 to end the round and giving them the points they need to get into first place easily. Very good rounds. Very good rounds coming out from G-Men. Thunder Pilot, thank you much for streaming, buddy. Very nice job. Some good quality rounds right there, boys. Take a look at the standings real quick. I guess we can't. Rip. I should set that up, though. Oh, we can. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Bossfight is now no longer in first. Globochem has come up in first place in America's East. You have Bossfight second, Beginners third, Legionnaires fourth, SMC Tactical fifth, G-Men sixth, and some MMR ratings there. You can see G-Men actually is the fourth ranked for MMR. Our win-loss 9-7. It's all tied here for this third place actually, and so third goes to the Beginners, and G-Men is in fourth. But Globochem now in first place, so congratulations to those guys. Fantastic rounds coming out of them. That will be it for my cast of these rounds today, dudes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I'm going to switch over to some more raw data for about an hour, because I'm part of the closed PvP beta, and do a little bit of that. And so if you want to stick around and watch that, please do. Thanks again for hanging out and tuning in. I appreciate you, dudes. Hope to see you around for next week when we're going to have the wildcard tournament. Hosting that on the Onward League Match channel again. Can't wait. Peace, dudes.